Well, I've been doing this since I was 10 years old, and I started out doing a production of Winnie the Pooh, and I was one of Rabbit's nieces. And right from there, I just got the bug, and I kept going back to the summer camp that I was performing at. And then I started working with community theaters, and then I progressed into professional theater.
Belle, you must leave this place.
Who's done this to you?
My name is Donna Marie Pizzo. I am playing the role of Belle. I'm a substitute teacher, and I sub in preschools all the way up to high school.
I'm Anthony Vitale. I work as a casino dealer at Sugar House Casino in Philadelphia.
Throw her out!
No, wait. Please let him out. Can't you see he's not well?
This is what I went to school for. I've been acting my entire life. This is where I feel the most comfortable.
My name is Ethan Nettler. My role in the show is Lumiere, the candlestick maitre d'. Outside of the production, I manage a local food co-op in Newark, Delaware. I do this in my spare time, for a break from work. I mean, I work 70 hours a week, so sometimes it's nice, and also just getting on stage and being somebody different for 2-3 hours a night feels great. This production has been a lot of fun. The movie in itself was always one of my favorite Disney shows, so when I got a notice on Facebook to say, hey, come out and audition for Beauty and the Beast, I hopped on it because it's a really fun show and it's got a lot of great things in it.
It's been pretty incredible because I remember the animated film from when I was a kid, and I now see it come to life with characters I've known for many, many years. And this particular theater facility has such amazing technical abilities. And I think people are going to see that come to life, and they're going to be amazed so many times.
Well, I love the show. I've loved it since I was 5 years old and I saw Beauty and the Beast for the first time. And it's always been, Bella's always been my favorite Disney princess. I have a few, but she's like the top. And this is actually the top on my bucket list of roles I want to play on stage. So I get to cross that one off. And I also just love the fact that, I mean, what drew me to her when I was a kid was that she had brown hair, and so did I. And I was like the only princess that had brown hair at the time, because like Aladdin didn't come out or anything yet. It was always Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, and I didn't really like Snow White. So, and she had black hair, and I had brown hair, so there's a difference. She also loved to read, and as did I, and I still do. Usually, I would walk around with my book all the time, not just pretending, but that's just what I used to do. I'll be like in school or walking from class to class and just start reading. But so I definitely identify with Belle and her intelligence and strength and beauty inside and out.
The story about is a girl who is not accepted in her village, find someone who's not accepted by society, and they make connections. They're able to, even though there is a huge physical difference, they're able to find those core values that they both hold dear and come together and fall in love while being, even though they might be ostracized by the outside world, they're showing it that it's okay, and they can keep bringing that into the light. Being a giant human being, like I said, I'm 6'9" and 240, so I'm an odd-shaped man. It's always nice to be like, you know what? There's always somebody out there to find somebody for. There's always somebody for somebody else. No matter what you may think, no matter what somebody else does, you're going to find that special person, and you're going to get that connection that you always hope and dream for.
It's about two people who don't quite fit in what we might call everyday society, and how their own frustrations with the common everyday world around them push them away from the world they know and actually push them together without them even knowing it. And they fall in love.
Please, spare my daughter. Take him to the crossroads.
No, wait!
Belle,
Please,
Belle.
Papa!
I think the show is very important in terms of its story about looking beneath the surface and getting to know someone very well. I love the score. It has beautiful, beautiful music. Songs that people will know from the film and have known for many, many years. Songs that they've never heard before that were written for the Broadway production, which is what we're staging here. And it's a beautiful show for the entire family.
No man, you take on once and then you'll be a guest.
It's so universal to all ages. When you're a little kid, you get to enjoy the funny characters like LeFou and the silly girls and all of the enchanted objects. And as you get older, you start to appreciate like Belle and the struggles that her father, and the Beast are going through. And I think it's very relatable.
I can relate a lot to the Beast's struggles with not relating to everyone else in the world and needing to learn about what it means to see beauty in other people and to learn how to love as deeply as possible and find true happiness that way.
Beauty is found within, and that's something that I've always resonated with, because I try not to judge a book by its cover and try to get to know someone or something, and if it looks different. And that's always how I've lived my life.
I think they'll probably resonate most, apart from just the base storyline, is just the amount of fun that the cast is having with it. The energy that everyone's bringing on stage should have everyone leaving the theater pepped up, ready to go, and hopefully have them talking about it for a while.
Every time I do a show with any type of theater, because I just recently got done doing Hairspray here, but also I did a production in Newark at the Chapel Street Players, and it's like a new family, new friends. I get to meet a lot of new and different and talented people, and that's probably the best part of doing community theater.
Community theater is special, at least for me, because it allows people from different walks of life in different areas who do different things during the day to actually get together and share a common passion, so they can get together, see what everyone else is doing, improve what they do, improve the arts, and try to get that out to people who can't always get up to New York or to Philly or to stuff like that to see shows. So it allows the community to get together, pool assets, and be one.
There is a love and a passion for this art form that is common among all levels of theater. And so you get people who are volunteering their time out of the love for making theater, and you get people from all walks of life who bring their own particular experiences and create unique stories.
The show is an all-ages show, so grandparents, parents, kids, you can bring the entire family. They're going to find something in it that they're going to relate to.
It's truly a show for all ages because it's a timeless fairy tale. Children will obviously love seeing the enchanted figures come to life. They love to root for Belle. They love to see what the Beast is like, and they love to see what effect Belle has on him. But adults will really get a kick out of seeing the magic on the theater, the magic on stage, and the many moments where we bring this animated film to life.
On occasion, women can have their uses too.
Kids are going to come in and laugh at the funny tall guy dancing with candlesticks on his hands, or the clock prancing around trying to make everything stop. Adults are going to come because there is such an in-depth love story between two such opposite characters, that they're going to see that hope that you can get from saying that, you know what, not everyone's the same, but it's okay, everyone can get along.
It's been a challenge in a good way, because I am discovering all these new things about myself, and I'm learning how to control my voice a lot better, because these songs are much more difficult than what I'm used to singing, because I usually sing in my soprano voice. And so this is a whole other spectrum for me. And it's been really, really challenging, and on top of that, I've had bronchitis for the past 3 or 4 weeks. It's finally like going away, but it took a lot to get here, and it's just been an incredibly rewarding experience.
I've always been a Disney fan. I've always loved the show. The characters in it are so vibrant and so different from a lot of other things. Like, you don't always see a dancing clock or a person who's supposed to be 7'2", lifting up a keg of beer and stuff like that and having a good time. So it's just such a fun cast of characters that it's always interesting to see what's going to go on with it.
Flathead's entertaining. Can't treat with my fellow candlesticks.
People should come to this show because they'll be familiar with the story, but they may not know this particular version. What makes the show special is the sense of beauty and loneliness and how they come together to find love.
Come see it. There's stuff in the onstage one that's not necessarily in the animated movie or in the live action movie. You get to see live human beings portraying those characters that you might be familiar with from the 1994 animated show. You get to see them impersonating and doing something that how they feel that character would act. So there's always something new. So you can see it 3 or 4 times. You're going to see something different, and you're going to see something that you've never thought of. And just to see how people can come alive in those roles is something special.
Picture this. A rustic hunting lunch. My latest kill, roasting over the fire. My little wife must...
It's not your standard Broadway musical. It has lots of big songs and dances, but it also has a lot of very funny jokes. It has some incredible live action sequences that you wouldn't expect to see. And it's a story that will make you smile even on the coldest winter night.
We will share all that love implies. We shall be the perfect pair, rather like my eyes. You are face to face with destiny.